when we're talking about masculine and feminine energy, right? We can't look at it from a black and white perspective. We got to look at it from a scale. It's a couple of different places we have to look at it from the proper scaling, and we have to understand the primal animal part of ourselves as men and women and how we're different, right? So, and this is where I get the pushback when I say this. Women are primarily seeing the world through the lens of emotions. Men are primarily seeing the world through the lens of logic. Now, we're talking about scale primarily. Now, there are exceptions to the rule, and I want to make this very clear. Men and women have masculine and feminine energy. This is facts. But here's a question to the people who feel like, well, women don't see the world more through an emotional lens. When movies promote romantic movies, who do they market the romantic movies to? Men or women?
Women.
Why?
Well, I guess it's the same even with shopping and things too. It usually is that there's some kind of an emotional, marketing message or some kind of psychology based on, providing that little hook or that little lure. And they're the ones that make the decision a lot of the time.
Well, romantic movies is all about emotions, right?
It
Why do
is.
women love romantic movies? The Notebook. I like The Notebook. Don't get me wrong, but The Notebook was not marketed towards men.
It took me 10 years to watch that because I knew it was going to make me cry.
Oh,
And then I'm watching it going, I knew it was going to make me cry. And it did. But it
now,
was beautiful.
when I saw The Notebook, I was in a different place. Now, the way I see The Notebook is like, come on, man, this is too much. It's just over exaggerated romanticism. But what I'm saying is, this is proof that if romantic movies are directly marketed to women, it's because women are more emotional and they get pulled to emotional movies. What kind of movies are marketed to men?
Action.
Sports, action, because and the action and do and and the warrior, like you said, right? Or sports movies, which deals with strategy, logic. That's because primarily men will pay to go see those movies. And when we talk about emotional movies, women will primarily pay to go see those movies because that's how we're different primarily. But on the scale, there are exceptions to the rule. There are some women who sit a little more in their masculine energy, and it doesn't necessarily mean that they're gay. It just means that's how their energy is. There's some men who sit a little bit more in their feminine energy. It doesn't mean that they're gay. It's all kind of different scales, but you have to understand what your scale is. And this is why you have to understand what your scale is when you're getting in a relationship. So if you're a male and you're sitting a little more in your feminine energy, but you still like women, you need to understand that a woman that's sitting a little more in her masculine energy is a good match for you.
Yeah.
And vice versa.